Hello. Let's get started, shall we?
This is the story of Yggdrasil in the land of Arcania. Children of men pass down an ancient fable. The power of the gods will be granted there. Disciples of magic study and archaic myth. The great mysteries shall be answered there. Descendants of warriors recite their folklore. The ultimate techniques can be mastered there. Nomads of the plains exchange a fairy tale. The lost treasures must be slumbering there. From all across the land of Arcania, each culture pursues its own legends. They journey to Yggdrasil, yearning to reach the top and meet their destinies.
Hail and well met, my brave heroes! Just kidding!
Hello. Janetta. Maybe we could operate the Plosh. That'd be nice. Just thinking, is there anything I want to tweak about this party? Don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, the only potential flex slot we've got is our Geffy. Because, I mean, Alyssa, since I've swapped out Dertrifa for Harwin, kinda need Alari for healing. Combine both of their powers.
Have a nice day!
Yeah, I was getting to that. Since I've switched to Harwin from Dertrifa, I need Alari to supplement the healing. Which means you have 2 stab procs and an elemental caster, which means our fencer, Alyssa, is quite an alluring pick. This is quite the, we got stab damage, we got elemental damage. Yeah. Sucks we don't quite have all 3 physical types, but, well, we'll make do, I suppose.
Welcome! Leave it to me!
Oh, sweet, came upgraded.
Yes! A job well done! Anything else? Pleasure doing business. Gather a bit, then. On our way up, let's hit those take points. Just to remind myself, what gathering skills do we have? Gathering, fishing, forage. Forage and fishing again. Wait a minute, our Gaffy's got a skill point. I'll sign that later. Got hunting, mining, reflexes, missing brute strength. Now I'm going to have to put a point into brute strength.
I'd love to sink points into all of these, but we don't really have the points to spare to do that, so I'm just going to have to pick ones that I think are the most valuable at the given time. And work with those. So I think just brute strength, and I'll move back into our class skills. Harwin has got, what, animal care? Take? Characters obviously has chop and detect mana. And night vision. Could go for anatomy though. That would actually be useful. It might shorten our trips because we'd run out of inventory space, but that's better, I'd say, in the long run. Alright, Argefi, where does your point go? It's like, I could put points into these, but then or I could leave 1-2 punches the cheap option, and then just up these. Yeah, the TP cost goes to 5 from 3, which isn't too bad. Also put them into Brawl Master and Fizz Attack up. Concussion it is. Actually, where we are right now, I don't think concussion's a great idea. Long term, it's a great idea. I don't think many enemies really use their heads much. It's all about the arms and legs.
Hey, nice!
Is there more?
Alright, what's the shortest route to their tech points? Back to the geomagnetic pole. Alright. Okay.
Take that! Ha! There! Ha!
You won't get away from me.
Interesting stuff. Either that is some solid offensive power we've got. Well, it doesn't take much of Alara's TP, huh? So we could actually upgrade the Hound then. At the same time... It's like, do I spend TP on healing or do I spend consumables on healing? It's another one of the big questions I have for myself. Because a lot of the food, I'd say, is like overkill unless we don't cook it. But then why wouldn't we cook it? You know? We still have to free up space though in our food stash, so I suppose we'll use food then. Use TP-based healing as a last resort, I suppose. Food is easily enough replaceable.
What is that?
Just now I realized the wounds were light enough, we could have just gotten them fully healed from that. I didn't need to use 2 meat. I mean, I still freed up 2 slots, so I'll have that benefit, but, Oh. That was unfortunate.
That was child's play. Found something.
I don't think there's any statistical basis for this, but I feel like if I move backwards, we're more likely to get blindsided.
Hey, nice. Wow.
I know if you walk into a foe backwards, you'll get blindsided. But you're not guaranteed to get a blindside in a random moving backwards, but I feel like it happens more often when I do so. It just be superstition again. Like how I think gauntlets reduce the chance of arm binds and the other parts there. Yeah. Don't think there's any real basis to that. Wait, is that wheat? That's moon apple. If we had some wheat, we could get some egg in a basket again. There's wheat.
Huh?
Oh. That's unfortunate. I put the wall on the other side of the pillows, preventing it from falling over. Just what I thought, but have to confirm. If we do that, which I also knew was going to happen, properly illustrate. Either we leave it be or we push it down that way. Either way, can't access it. Wonder if that's a great way to annotate things, though. It's in gray for special tiles. Because I feel like pink would fit. But I decided pink is damage tile. And purple is... Oh, if Ray's special tile, then he has purple special tile too. Yeah, it's like, I know... The reason why I'm not using purple is because there's one mechanic way later in the game. Alyssa may know what I'm talking about, but I don't want to say too much in fear of ruining the surprise, but like, I want to save this tile for specifically that mechanic. Or not? Just remembering when I actually like figured out that mechanic and started adjusting my maps, I used color coding. Like I used a symbol, then I had different backgrounds for the effects, and I was planning to do just all purple and maybe with like a memo for for what it does. I have thrown myself into a doozy. Let's see how purple looks then. I'll try out purple for a while. I think it's like that. Coaxed myself into a snafu. And snafu is a word I never actually got a definition on, like a concrete one. Like most words, you learn how it's used from context, and use it in the same context, but I've never really read a definition for a snafu. Yeah, hunter shot, just in case. Just in case.
I'll help you.
Be gone.
Alright, the mole is gone. Now we have to deal with potential poison. Like, I'm really surprised body attack doesn't seem to... Like, going by the monster description, you'd assume that its one skill can inflict poison, and I think it can, but it must be a really low base infliction rate. Weird acronyms of the time. Okay, we got Aegis Prayer, so I'll just...
Ha! Ha! Take that! Ja! Ha!
Yay!
Just
A chain burst, finally.
that's a miss. Down to the last one. Strength is everything.
Situation normal, all fucked up. Oh, that's a wonderful status report. Oh, and we have ourselves a forest event. You know, quite a bit of those in the stratum. While treading along the rough mountain path, you spot a stout bird by the side of the road. I think I know what this is. Hopefully we have a fish. I think we should. It looks like the same forest hen you saw a little while ago. It's still pecking around. When the forest hen looks up at you, it flaps its wing and happily approaches. Be that remembers your faces. Maybe it would be nice to give it a fish. You present a fish to the forest hen, it clucks happily and swallows the fish whole. After choking down the fish, the chicken flaps its wings and disappears from view. Alright. Gee, how did I annotate the one on the 6th floor? Here, right? Yeah, just forest hen.
Did something just...
Howdy, some bitches. From this angle, I have to block off a route. I have to willingly block off a route. Oh yeah, I was gonna do purple, wasn't I? Well, this should be better. At least with what knowledge we have. Maybe purple should be potential damage zone. That's not really used, like, hardly at all in the series, but, like, sometimes it's like, oh, if you stand around here too long, you'll get hurt. As opposed to just stepping on it. That's one chest unlocked. Soma! Yay! Also just remember that we have to pass by the chop point, too.
Found something. There's more.
Is there more?
Yeah, the gathering skills are closer to the very first game, which honestly, Hard to say whether I like it more or less. It's different, for sure. I don't mean different in the odd way, I mean like it's really a very different type of style of gathering. So it's just, you put 1 point in your gathering skill, and then you just go and gather stuff. Like, as you're passing by the points, and you do that with your main party, you do that with like, just kind of anybody in your guild, just put 1 point into the gathering skills, and you're good to go. Just be sure to stop by on your way. No real need for a gathering party. And then we have the other games. You can sink like up to 10 points into each gathering skill. 10 whole skill points into a skill for just chopping, or just mining, or just taking. 30 skill points total, and maybe even another 10 for an additional gathering skill. But man, when you went to like just take from a point, get like 30 freaking items off of just one interact, and like you had to empty our inventory before you went out. Like, you don't have to make a gathering party now in 5.
This is it.
And it's just 1 point to put in, so it doesn't really hamper your builds much at all if it's just 1 point. Yeah, early on that 1 point can still hurt, but like way later on, 1 point's not that big. Still not nothing, but really not that big, given you'll have... Do I want to say how many skill points? That kind of gives away how many levels there are. I don't know why I'm trying to keep that part hidden, but I'll still refrain from saying it. What the true level cap is. Ah. Oh, that double whammy. Actually, I don't really know what it's like on that side, other than it should be like that. Because this could connect like that, but it's probably like that. But I don't know, man. I ain't been there. I'll probably do give up on that other chest. Either go for a line target and what they're resistant for, or we can go for fire. Fire still can hit the line. Actually. Chain flame that.
Ready, bastards!
Which one has a stronger auto attack? Like, Harwin has a bow, but like his strength is shite. He is the strength of a child. Yeah, if we come back here, the rocks will reset, but yeah. For now, though. For now, though, we must give up.
I'll continue.
Watch this. Fine. How's this?
Now, hopefully, quadruple attack is enough to kill that thing.
Take that! Go to hell!
It is. And I think the final hit was Bash, too.
Be gone!
Finally hit with Smash there too. We might get 2 additional drops. Wait, did we get a preemptive? I totally did not notice we got a preemptive here.
This is it! Oh, it's over already?
Yeah, we got 2 electric horns, that's great. And a preemptive, what the heck? And yep, it's as I had initially thought, that is closed off. It's impossible to get this on the first pass, and that bugs me so much more than it should. Alright, let's see if the shortcut's this way. I mean, by the map, we're pretty close, but it might not actually be that close. I think we are that close. Do you think we are this close? Yeah. Wait, then what did I say? Obviously you know what I meant, but apparently I said it wrong. I mean, yeah, we got 1 chest. Got the Soma. And shortcut unlocked. If only we had an all attack. Oh well.
I'll help you!
Yeah. I think probably missed the part where I was reaffirming what you said before. I do have to go back to town to reset the stone pillars and then come at this from now the backside. Because it is technically possible to get both chests in one pass, but you cannot get both chests on the first pass. To be precise, you'd have to enter from the staircase, take the shortcut, which you cannot have access to on the first pass, knock over that stone pillar here, at which point you can go to that chest, and then double back to here, and get that chest. And there you go, both chests on one pass. Or, different route. Is you can take a left here, and go here, get that chest. Then you'd push this over that way. So now you go up, you go here, then push this one over there. And now you have access to the chest as well. So you can get it in one pass, but not the first pass. I want it all on the first pass. The completionist urges demand it.
Down to you.
Ah, sweet, no buffs. I think I'll just try a bunch of auto attacks in the heat wave. Bunch of auto attacks works. Alright, that puts us at the 1 point for brute strength. There we go. Over here. Well, the room really can't be that large beyond it could still be a whatever, we're gonna open it. It's like, because there's often like story beats behind doors, or it's just like, oh, okay. I don't want to advance the main quest until I've completed everything behind me, so I kinda avoid doors. Also, doors are traps sometimes. It happens.
Huh?
My memory is telling me not to do this. As you make your way through the barren labyrinth, you push open a door into a small room. Inside, you find an area filled with large, beautiful flowers. The center of the sea of head-height white flowers, you spot human remains. The bodies decompose completely, leaving only a skeleton. The petals and stalks of flowers nearest to it look like they've been cut down. Approach the skeleton, or you can study the flowers more. You take a closer look at the flowers. Thick stems, white petals, nothing about them seems out of the ordinary. Still, it's odd that the explorer died with sword in hand, as if fighting off the plants. Several were clearly cut down. It's up to you what to do. I might regret this, but let's look. Seeing no immediate dangers, you approach the corpse. As you do, Harwin's hand brushes against a flower. Harwin's hand immediately begins to hurt, burning as if on fire. Harwin... okay. Surprised by Harwin's sudden outburst, Wolfertus's hand brushes a flower as well, causing them to scream in pain. It seems the flowers here excrete a deadly toxin. Unfortunately, you notice much too late. Because of how far you've come, everyone's touched the flowers in some way or another. Your heads, faces, shoulders, hands, legs, anything exposed begins to turn purple and throb in extreme pain. Glad to know it can't kill him. Perhaps this is what caused the skeleton's death. You need to find a way out of this situation. Wincing in pain, you turn your attention back to the skeleton. If we've gone this far, well, let's see if he had any kind of preventive measures against him, you know? You notice a parchment gripped in its one hand. You grab the parchment, then rush back toward the entrance of the room. While you are able to get away from the flowers, the parts of you that came in contact with them still throb in pain. As the pain subsides, you take a look at the parchment you found. It appears to be the same type you used to draw maps of the labyrinth. There's some marking on floor 6 next to which is written, "Please make use of this as you continue your journeys." While there's no way to know who left the note and why, nor what awaits you at the mark, you make a note of it on your map. It's the question mark. You came upon harmful plants, and after braving their danger, obtained a treasure map left by a fallen adventurer. Even the doggo is harmed in the making of this film. Yeah, not the worst event to happen, but it's pretty bad. Now, I feel like a mixture of a gut feeling and a vague memory I can't quite recall. I feel like if one of us knew herbology or some similar skill, they would have identified the plants and we could have made countermeasures. Feel like that's a possibility, but well, too late to test that now.
Sweet!
Ah, yeah, leaf water. It's like there's another event that's actually been reused multiple times, at least the same theme. It's definitely worse than this. Just remember, there are butterflies which can deal 300 poison damage per turn. Obviously we've been through the event, so that's an exclamation mark now. How to mark this? I should flip those. And map. I think your first exposure, though, in this game to just, oh shit, we should be more careful, is right on the first floor. With the berries nobody touched. Still have it marked 5 TP1. You know what? Let's rename it for what it is. I think this was an event that was like late in the game in 3, where you I think it was like a sweet smelling sap at a dead end, and you explore to go find out what's what. If you do, so the sap had like pulled on a big leaf and rotted there. And you just happen to stop by when it hit the tipping point, and all the sap falls onto one party member who is now absolutely drenched in a horrible feeling and smelling liquid. It's the point that they're losing like 30 TP in action, if not all their TP already. No, it's like 30 TP a step, I think. And you have a choice. You can either take off all their armor and clean them, or you can just keep it on, deal with the smell, and basically deal with having no TP at all. No skills, basically. And here's the real kicker. You think, okay, just take their armor off, clean them down, let the smell go away, and then put the armor back on. Except, as soon as you choose... Oh, that's right. Yeah, it might be thinking of a different game then. But as soon as you choose to take off the armor, that smell is very, smells very different to monsters, I'll say that. Let's use Chain Freeze. I might have never used it. I remember this happening in the third game, though, but I might be confusing it with Nexus. And you, glad I had food supplies.
Huh?
Yet another event. Any of this really worth healing? I mean, probably should. Just so we can free up space. Gosh, the first game. The first game's first event is brutal. It's pretty infamous, honestly. So, yeah, they haven't really reused this precise variation on the event since. So I don't think it's too spoilery to explain what happens. Initially I thought so, but nah. It's, you hit one of the further reaches of the first floor, or you've, wound around the floor, finally come to a gathering point. Just before the gathering point, enter the small room it's in, and the event starts. It's an automatic event. It's like, this place is a beautiful flower field, looks like a nice place to rest. Do you want to take a rest? Say yes. It's a flower field, so naturally it attracts insects. What kinds of insects? The poisonous kind. What kind of poisonous insects? Venom flies, the monster type that you probably won't see until way later in the first stratum, but they're here, on the first floor. Almost every party who gets ambushed by venom flies dies before getting to react, because it's a blindside, so you lose your first action. And the venom fly's first action is to poison your entire party, probably before you've even learned Refresh, to get rid of poison. Before you have any items to get rid of poison, you are just poisoned. And you have to eat one, and then on top of any direct damage they deal, you have to eat one turn's worth of poison damage, which is probably like 30 hit points. And maybe the beefiest guy in your party has like 50 hit points at level 1 or so. Yeah. You just die. Like, it's incredibly lucky if you survive at all into the second turn. That's the very first event of the entire series. While exploring the rocky terrain, you discover a blue flower blossom on a wall to the north. Perhaps you should take a short break to have a closer look. Otherwise, you could just continue on your way. Look, if you bring attention to it, we're gonna go check it out. You decide to take a short break to gaze upon the flower. As you are, Alara lets out a sudden yelp. You see a small insect crawling on the back of Alara's hand. Alyssa flexes their exploration skill to deduce that the insect is a particularly venomous breed of scorpion. Alyssa also notes that the scorpion typically reacts to sudden movement by stinging. Stay still, and it should just leave without any fuss, Alyssa says calmly. I feel like that might have been the wrong tone to use for you. And now I'm hesitant to do it because I don't want to do it. Because I don't want to do it wrong in the second take. Just stay still and it should just leave without any fuss, Alyssa says calmly. Alara looks at you anxiously, clearly looking for advice. There's that ambiguous you. Am I an invisible sixth person? Or am I someone else in the party? Or is it the entire party? At your suggestion, Alara keeps as still as possible, watching the scorpion on her hand. After crossing the breadth of Alara's hand, the scorpion climbs back down to the ground and skitters away. Once the scorpion disappears behind some rocks, a lot of you let out sighs of relief. Sufficiently reminded of the dangers that lurk within the labyrinth, you continue on your way, albeit exercising more caution. More caution. Yes, more caution. I mean, I'll be cautious, but I still have to press all the buttons. I still need to know what the big red button does. Surprised by a scorpion, you stayed calm and came out of the situation unscathed. Just my brain cells. My last 5 brain cells in the labyrinth. Oh, now I have a fork to choose from. Well, obviously it's this way. And where is lock? There's lock door. There's door lock. If only we had a lockpicking skill. No, there's no lockpicking skill in the series. None at all. Never existed. Probably never will exist. I'll be surprised if it does exist, or at least mildly surprised. But nah, do not get your hopes up about there being a lockpicking skill. You just need to find a key somewhere. Or something resembling a key, functionally anyways. Alright, so what I'm thinking... My memory is kind of telling me it should be like that. That's really just a guess on what that corridor looks like. Am I right? So far so good, and the rest of it's wrong. Okay, that is not icon. Here we are, and chop point. At least it should be chop point. Not quite. There have been locked chests in the past, and yes, you did get keys to unlock them. Reusable keys, but still there were locked chests. Which games were there locked chests in? No, I'm having a hard time pinpointing which entry had locked chests. Maybe it was 4. Maybe. So I don't think 4 had sealed doors, they probably had sealed chests. I also want to say 3 had locked chests, but I also doubt that. Hey. Yeah, I was thinking so as well. I was thinking the second Untold maybe had locked chests, but they have something else. They may also still have locked chests, though. And I was thinking the first game initially, but like... they have 2 keys in that game for doors. It's not quite locked chest level. Yeah, it's definitely not common. At most, it would have been like 1 or 2 and been like 2 entries at most. Probably just 1 though. Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? I think we'll just auto-attack this thing, except for Heat Leave.
There's more.
Is there more?
Sturdy branch, that's new. Oh, rodent tail thorn. A thorn from a volt squirrel's fluffy tail. The surface near the root resists electricity. Sturdy branch. Despite its thinness, this branch is sturdy. You'll need a precision cutting tool to get it. Yes, precision cutting tool. Such as a palash. Anywho, that's pretty much the 7th floor mapped, but not done. Alright, I just remembered we have to go get the wheat, but at the same time the wheat's way out of the way. I think this floor has wheat. It should be right up there. Which is still out of the way, but not as out of the way as the other one. Or rather, not as hazardously out of the way. Won't have to go through some freaking giraffes. Alright, standard way to do this. And lightning. It's lightning enough is not enough to kill them, so soften each one up. Get a little healing in.
Disappear.
And exterminate.
Oh, it's over already? Huh?
Making your way through the labyrinth, you come upon the area marked on the adventurer's map you found. Unfortunately, you don't see anything that remotely resembles treasure. In that same instant, Wafertus points to the ground. Wafertus says they can faintly sense some mana coming from that direction. You take out your weapons and use them to dig away at the hard ground. Though the dirt was thoroughly compacted, Alari's physical prowess pushes through it. See? Brute strength. It really does come in handy. But... okay, so Alyssa's using her sword. Fine. Might be a thin sword, but it can still be a bit of a shovel. Or a pick. Arkefi's just punching the ground right now. Wafertus has a staff, so like fine. Not the sharpest tool, not the best shovel, but it still is a more practical, I'd say, than punching the ground. But then Harwin and Alari just have bows. They're using their bows to dig. Or arrows, even. An odd image. You eventually unearth a small box. Take care to dig around it to avoid damage, then pull it out of the ground. There's no doubt in your mind that the ornate chest contains treasure. You go to open it. Before you can, however, Vertus stops you. Vertus points out that the chest is warded by a magic trap. If the box is opened before the trap is disarmed, it triggers a sound that draws monsters to it. Just do this, Vertus says, pushing several protrusions along the box's sides. After, the treasure chest springs open. Ooh, that's 200 N. It's a fairy. It's a fairy coin. How much was that worth again? I want to say it's 500 N. Inside, you find brass silver coins. Put them in your bag and continue on your way. Upon finding a treasure chest, you successfully disarmed a magic trap cast over and obtained valuable coins. I want to say buried treasure, because that's just such a common thing, but yeah, I don't have room for saying trap as well. There isn't enough space for chest either. Not even enough space to say 7th floor either. Well, let's get the proc rates up then. Then we'll work on getting those to 9. Which will make our Gaffey technically the most... Would he be the most skilled? No, Alari has a level 10 skill, but like... So here's the thing, I'm using up and down to navigate this, because this menu... I think this is the only game where the menu is horizontal instead of vertical. But they still let you do up and down to go left and right, just like how it would be if it were vertical. And I'm using that instead of left and right, doing up and down. And I just got things flubbed by hitting right or whatever. Yeah, we got Bow Mastery, level 10. It's passive, so not sure I really want to count that, but I guess it should. There's 10 points invested. Prayer Mastery 7. So Harwin's... And honestly, same deal as a Bow Mastery. If I count with that, then Alari's obviously in the lead. Oh. And Weferitus... Got it. Most skilled active skills in the party, not the most skilled though. Oh yeah, I think Nexus was pretty similar to 5 on the back end. I mean, I haven't seen the code, but like, you can tell. When you start to learn how games are made, you get a sense for when games use the same engines or functions underneath. You notice the little quirks. Tiny, tiny similarities. This is getting a little low on TP.
Seeking up to? Seeking up to?
Let's go! I'll lend a hand.
Yeah, and that's generally how... I mean, that's generally the preferred way of doing things. If you have assets that still work, why not use them? It's just... they've kind of remade things from scratch so often that it's become a rather entrenched expectation from the consumer that things be entirely made by your studio and not any kind of assets. Hey, Sora. Welcome. Which, on the one hand, yeah, that does mean each game is fairly unique, but on the other hand, it really does crank up the dev time and cost, since you can't just use pre-made assets. Or if you do, they have to be very sneakily done.
Go to hell! Take that!
Are you ready for this?
Yay, got the kill.
Move!
Cha!
Good luck!
Ah, no proc.
Take that! Let's keep it going!
It's just Alyssa. I've never really had a bustling chat. I think the most people I've had in chat at once... Sorry, actively in chat, I should say. It was like 4 people.
I see.
I art small. Can we rest here? You think about taking another rest, but realize you can't keep taking so many breaks. You thank the god for the offer, promising to take him up on it on another day. That's what I thought. Oh, we get that wheat. Oh, we go back to the fire, make some egg in a basket, and then we go back to town and check out what quests are at the bar. Defeat the Primord Fent further. Primord. Oh, that thing. Took me a second. Days before whatever. Oh yeah, Twitch. Okay, so a long time ago, maybe a bit over a year ago now, I used to use basically because I used a pugilist for that fight, if I'm thinking of the right thing. Yeah, I used a pugilist for that fight. I got a full bind off, and just went ham on it, and really did my best to keep the binds on at all times. Which is generally how I handle boss slaying, just full bind and then go ham. Oh, without a I misread that. I thought I said it's kind of tough with a pugilist. No, it's without a pugilist. Yeah, I can see that. Kinda. I barely remember it. I just remember I went full bind on its ass, like every boss. Alright, back to story time. So I used to use a software called, or rather, because I was really new to the streaming scene, and I knew that Twitch is just oversaturated, and YouTube is very hard to, get going on. There's other smaller platforms that would be easier to build an audience because there's few people there, but also, like, which ones have you heard of? And instead of picking one and going with it, I had a little software called Restream.io that allowed me to just send out one stream to their servers, and then they'd stream that to, like, Twitch, YouTube, and any other platforms I wanted to. So I was streaming to, like, several places at once each time, and have one conglomerated chat to look at too. Ultimately, there were some connection issues with Restream servers. Really cool. Honestly, yeah, as you heard, we're kind of wrapping up floor 7, so I'm not sure how much time you have, but you've probably got like a few weeks or something. So it might be like 1 floor stream or something at the fastest. Maybe 1.5 floors per stream at the very fastest, but I'd assume more so 1 floor per stream, because some floors will take multiple streams. And it's 3 streams a week, so you have like... Well, you do the math. You do the math, because if I do the math, anybody who works it backwards will find out how many floors there are. And I have not said how many floors there are yet. Again, why I'm keeping even the smallest things hidden, I really don't know why, but I am.
I'll help you. Let's finish it. Now isn't this a pain? What is that?
Let's fly. As you... Alright, this is the Forest Street dialogue. Yeah, that's fine. Stay as long as you want to. Alright, goodbye, Sora. It really was short this time. 5 minutes in all. I never got to finish my story about Restream. Well, I'll continue it either way, with all the tangents that I'm prone to having as well. So I stream to multiple platforms, multiple streaming sites. And I did that for a while. And it was like, YouTube just had consistently the most people who'd like come in, say hi, and actually stick around. Like Alyssa. And second to that was Twitch, where nobody really stuck around, but there were some very odd characters who'd pop in. They'd have very entertaining conversations amongst themselves while they were in chat, that was for sure, but like, they weren't really there for the stream, they were just there to dick around. Yeah, since I had no, like... wasn't anyone who really kept coming time and time again on Twitch, and I got nobody on the other smaller platforms, probably in large part due to me not marketing myself well, because I'm very much a novice at that. More used to blending into the background. Actively so. I mean, stealth is one of the first skills I end up mastering in games, so I think you can guess how I handle marketing. Yeah. That was that, but that alone wouldn't be enough to stop using Restream, because I could just, you know, keep streaming to those sites, and it'd be fine.
Later.
What changed it, though, is that there was a time where Restream was just super laggy. Like, the connection was absolutely horrible.
Down to you.
And I thought it was Comcast, but no, it was actually Restream servers. Were maybe going through some tough times. Maybe they decided to start throttling free users or something. I don't know. But the experience was just getting worse, like consistently worse for... It wasn't like a day or two, it was just for weeks at a time. Connection was just absolute shite. So I'm like, alright, that's enough. Let's stop using Restream then, so we actually have a watchable stream at all. And of course I went to YouTube, because it's where like everybody who sticks around. Oh yeah, that bug too. Thing is, since that bug really only appeared on my version of the chat, Ed didn't really find it more of a minor inconvenience than anything. Oh hey, maxed out inventory. And desserts, because desserts all heal TP, dishes are a mix, and grilling is all HP. Okay, we just have one forest fish to grill. Yeah, the experience just started to take a nosedive, so I stopped using it. And given all the people who keep coming back, and I could actually call friends who are all watching from YouTube, I'm just streaming on YouTube now. No, that's 1,000. A large silver coin found at the Zephyria Exchange where brownie merchants gather. It's quite rare and valuable besides. Yeah, I can see that. It's a platform aside, how YouTube seems to not really care about its creators. I'd say it's a mix of just being a corporation and therefore only giving a shit about money, as well as just being too big for its own good. Like, Google is legit just too big now. Like, departments do not know what other departments are doing because it's just that big. Shit gets lost, and it's nobody's real fault other than the fact that it's too large to be properly organized as it is. They probably could organize it well, but they just don't.
You got yourself a deal.
A lot of new items. Yeah, I would like to have a more... I suppose more creator-friendly platform, but unfortunately it would have to also be a free platform, given my current finances. Which is an issue, because free platforms tend to be the most susceptible going corporate. Because, I mean, obviously, if it costs money to keep the site going and the servers up, then you're going to play favorites with the people who actually give you money. Because they're the reason you get to stick around.
What'll it be?
A sturdy branch and Roman tailthorn. It's not hands down better than Featherstaff +5, but it still is close.
What'll it be?
Besides, Heatwave is pretty useful. It's a lower cost version of Fireball that's single target. A lot of things are weak to heat up here. Ooh. Now, how would I pronounce that? Chemise? 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 Leaning towards either Chemise or Chemise. Probably Chemise, though. That feels like the easiest one to pronounce. Clothes that wrap from chest to waist and are popular for their loose fit. Pudding gloves. Durable metal gloves made by melting gel cores. They glow. Suspiciously. Comfort belt made out of cat ears. It accelerates the flow of life, so that's just HP plus 40. Volt resist. Should be 50% resistance to volt damage, which is quite nice. Magic tool that lessens volt damage. Equip it to increase volt resistance.
What'll it be?
It's got a gun, a staff, some cloth armor, and some gauntlets. Yeah, that accessory instead of armor is really gonna start to notice it as we get later and later into the game. As armor gets stronger and stronger, we're gonna start feeling that lost slot. For now, though, I think the extra strength is worthwhile.
What'll it be?
It's a decent increase over turtle gauntlets, but at the same time, it's a only get one. That's feline here. That is no, it's gelatinous core.
What'll
Materials do not overlap, but sturdy branch, yeah, it does. Okay, so Chemis. Yeah, I was giving Alari cloth armor just because it'll make her faster in the turn order. Being in the back line, cloth armor's fine. I'll give it to Afertus.
Deal.
He gets hit more often than Harwin, and yeah, his vit sucks. Well, Harwin is incredibly durable, as most brownies are.
What'll it be?
And then we have one person with gauntlets here in the party, so you will... Oh, we have two people. We have one person on the front line with gauntlets, so you get priority.
What'll it be? Anything else?
Which means I think we can buy the staff, but... Yeah, we can still buy it. We still have one sturdy branch left, but that's... We'd have to use up like 5 ingots to upgrade it at this exact point in time.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Hey, Palash plus 5.
Yes, a job well done.
Another 3 vit. It was 43 before, now it's 46.
Anything else? Pleasure doing business.
Welcome! Do you want to save? How can I be of service?
Alright, let's get the floor 7 dialogue out of the way. We heard about this monster in the second stratum called the Impeding Tengu. When it's in danger, it uses other monsters to shield itself, just like my older sister. Whenever she was about to get in trouble, she blamed it on me and then run away. Could it be that my big sister's a Tengu? Oh no, that's totally impossible. I mean, her nose isn't that long.
Have a nice day!
Welcome.
Now, I'm starting to think Janetta might be smarter than she wants us to think she is. Like, she could just be incredibly stupid, and as she does here, and just also incredibly lucky. What a... Also starting to think maybe it's actually a bit of an act. She might be smarter than she lets on. Although I don't think we'll ever really know for sure. Because if it is an act, I don't recall her ever dropping the act.
Heya.
Told you my kinfolk really know their herbs, right? Brownie specializes in a skill called herbology. It draws out the full effect of medicines used on the battlefield where every second counts. I want you to try learning it.
Pleasure doing business.
Honestly, yeah, Harwin should try learning it, but at this point, buff class needs all the skill points. They have so many skills to learn.
Welcome.
Actually, before I talk to you, Marina, let's go talk to Igar and Ramus. See if you saw the giraffe-like monster on floor 7. Giraffes may be herbivores, but that thing will still put you down if you're careless. It rushes like me from break boulders. If you see it getting ready to run, make sure you size up what direction it plans to take. can only run in a straight line when it dashes like that. Keep that in mind, you should have no problem avoiding it.
Good luck to you all.
Thank you for coming. Well done.
Ah, map of floor 7. Add to the registry, thank you.
Well done. Well done. Which will you register? Hello.
Are your journeys into the second stratum going well? I understand that Yggdrasil grows more dangerous the higher you climb. If you ever feel in danger, don't hesitate to come back. The guild shows tremendous promise. The council has high hopes for you, so stay safe out there.
What would you like to do? I expect great things from you.
Okay, to the bar and then to the inn.
What'll it be? Huh?
Saw the giraffe on floor 7? Her long necks help them eat hard to reach vegetation. Of course, the ones in the labyrinth aren't anything but ordinary giraffes. A species called the great giraffe. They eat flesh in addition to vegetation. The long legs let them run at incredible speeds to help them catch prey. Don't let one catch you.
What'll it be?
That's right, there's like 4 new quests here. Alright,
This one?
this is a request from Cyberic the Merchant. Remember the last one you took for him? I half remember it.
Ah!
Yeah, it's the same deal as the last time. He wants you to go into the labyrinth and gather up some materials for him. Talk to him in his shop to learn which ones.
Which would you like to tackle? This one?
You accepted this one? Thank the great tree, the client kept pestering me about it. As for the details, well, maybe you should talk to the rowdy man who made the request.
What'll it be? This one?
Taking on that request? I'm glad to see you're working so hard, as usual. Oh, was sent in by Janetta, the innkeeper. Let's see, the details are... Oh goodness, that silly girl. Well, it seems Janetta's curious about a guest who's currently staying at her inn. Yeah, I assume she's romantically curious. Are you blushing? Oh my, oh dear, could it be that you had romantic feelings for Janetta? Didn't know. Well, never mind that. I need to talk to Janetta herself for more details.
What'll it be?
Here's the lawyer trope. It's not a trope I'm familiar with. Although I can't imagine it, given most bunny characters tend to be fast talkers.
This one?
Not sure I want to accept this one when we also have another Exterminatus request. Let's deal with what we have first. Damn that mongrel, we were so close. What you bastards want? Can't you see I'm busy? Huh? You took on my request. Oh, well then, forgive me for the outburst. What I need you to do is slay the evil beast that ruined my injured my slave fair. No, hurt my wonderful workers. Yes, that's it. Mongrel caught us off guard after we captured it. It came out of nowhere and attacked us. We didn't do it no harm, but it's just a mindless beast. Even thinking about it makes my blood boil. Anyhow, the disgusting beast is lurking on floor 7, right here. Oh, now I see the mark. Couldn't find it. It's right by all the yellow. Should be no problem for adventurers like you, right?
What'll it be? We're counting on you.
Oh, it's my dear guest. Welcome. Huh, are you here for my request? Yay! I'm so happy you took the job. What a relief. I was worried I'd have to bare my heart to a total stranger. Speaking of, so about this request. See, I've been curious about this guest who's been staying here for a few days. He's so smart and handsome, I'm starting to wish that he'd stay here at my inn forever. But you know the ancient Therian proverb, ours wasn't built in a day. If I want to win his affections, I'm gonna have to earn it. That's why I'm gonna make him a present. And this is where you come in. I need you to head up to the labyrinth and get ingredients. I want meat and forest wheat. Sorry to bother you like this, but I'm counting on you now. We got meat from Lily, but we grilled it. And we used all our wheat. and the other stuff. Maybe the hunter's in town.
Have a nice day!
Welcome.
Yay, hunter's in town. I still thought... Well, normally Jamie, it would be a female name. It can also be male because James is a male name. At least I've more commonly seen it on a male person than a female, where I live. There's also Pokemon. Hey there, Ithra. I just so happen to be selling meat right now. It'll be 2 for 100 yen. Would you like some? Ah, thank you. Well then, here you go. Alright, that was the last of my latest haul. Better get out of here and hunt some more. Pleasure doing business with you.
What'll it be? We're counting on you. What's up?
Welcome, what brings you here today? Oh, you got the resin touch stuff. This is awkward. You didn't get my memo. The other day, you already told me what I needed for the resin touch. I tried sending word to the Celestial Lady to cancel the job, but you beat me to the punch. Oh, that's okay. A deal's a deal, right? Get your reward at the tavern, guys.
Pleasure doing business.
That's the nice thing about the material collecting quest for the shop. All that matters is that you unlocked it in the catalog. It doesn't matter when you unlocked it. Huh. Yeah, I'd say if I have to think of specific people with the name James or Jamie, more male people come to mind than not, but yeah, I'd still say Jamie could be for either. And not like I can do that much of a distinctly feminine voice yet either, so I guess it doesn't matter. Wait, do I hand this in with this party, or do I hand it in with another party?
What'll it be? This
Alright,
one?
we'll take this one, because I have an idea of what the other quests entail. Thanks for handling this. Apparently, moles are running rampant on floor 7 right now. Council can't ignore this, so they put in that request. They keep attacking humans and digging holes everywhere. There's not much of an argument for leaving them be. So we need you to head to floor 7 to deal with those
Off
raging
you go,
moles. The floor's probably infested by now, so I doubt you'll have any trouble finding them. Good luck.
We're counting on you.
Welcome!
This here be the first extermination quest of the game. And you'll see what I said many days ago. How they don't, like... They actually change the spawn tables while the quests are active.
Do you want to save? How can I be of... Have a nice day!
So that this isn't like an MMO kill quest, where you just have to hope you get the right things in the group you're counting. No, no, no. It's not like that. Oh no. You'll find what you're hunting. Or what you're hunting will find you. I started at floor 6 because I wanted to get the wheat up here, but I'm now realizing we go by the wheat patch here just to get to that spot. We could really have just gone up to floor 7 and then gone to the foul beast and then gotten the wheat on the way back. You recall the quest you accepted to slay rampaging moles. Looking around, you see 4-7 is now littered with mole holes. Mountain Pass is barely recognizable from the last time you saw it. The diggers of its destruction are all over on the floor. We need to scour the floor and defeat the moles to prevent further holy hell. If you're ready, you better get to work. Gotta sniff them out. First encounter, 3 moles. What I'm talking about.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. We're going to kill one of these moles before the turn even starts. Yeah, someone definitely did.
Let's go! I'll lend a hand. I got this! Take that!
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Good luck!
No leg bind. Shite.
Can you handle this?
Leg bind.
This is it.
We get a proc though. We get a proc.
That was child's play.
You finish fighting the mole, but still sense the presence of many more of its kind. You need to keep searching 4-7 until every last mole is no more.
Cool. Found something. Well.
Writhing root.
Is there more?
Rainbow fruit. Never read that, huh? Mysterious fruit that changes color and light. It can preserve magic and is used for wait, I read that at the store. But not out of the item compendium. Riding root. Twisted tree root that jutted from the ground. Highly pliable. It's used for shoes and furniture. Ah, I guess that'll make some boots back at the shop. More moles! And it's a blindside. Crit. Blow that, Hunter Shot that, Aegispur that, Icicle Lance, those two. Yes, no more digging.
This is now.
That one still gets to dig.
This is it.
Do we get it? Oh, it's a kill, not a proc. Oh well.
Down to the last one.
Let's keep it going!
That is 5 moles. 2 fights.
Huh?
When you arrive at the location indicated to you at the tavern, you find a large wolf. It doesn't appear to be moving, however. The wolf is covered in dirt, and while there's no sign of any bleeding, it's clearly wounded. The wolf isn't simply injured, it's dying. You came here to kill it, but it won't be long before the wolf does so on its own. Take a closer look at the wolf and notice something. The wounds carved across the wolf look like the marks left by a whip. Also notice its hind legs are bound tightly with rope. This is obviously the work of human hands. Clearly someone caught this wolf and tried to drag it back to yours forcefully. And when it resisted, whoever captured it got harmed in the process and then made the request. It all adds up. Now that you've seen things for how they really are, you need to decide what to do next. There's no way to know if this is the right thing to do, but ignoring the wolf feels wrong, so you decide to treat its wounds. Alaria steps forward and slowly approaches the wolf. Rova can't ignore the bone-deep desire to help the wolf. Watches Alaria kneels in front of the wolf. The wolf twitches when touched, but looks up at Alaria without struggling. Relieved, Alaria begins tending to the wolf's wounds. After a while, Alaria waves at you. You take that to mean the wolf's wounds were treated without issue. You're just about to sigh with relief when you sense a malicious presence creeping towards you from behind. You turn around to find another wolf, this one much smaller. Maybe it's the injured wolf's pup. All the humans surrounding their injured parent, it's no wonder it seems hostile. You begin to panic. While you're busy trying to come up with a solution, the injured wolf places itself between you and the pup. It jerks its head toward the pup as if telling it to follow, and slowly begins to pad away from the area. The pup seems momentarily confused, but darts off to catch up with her parent, leaning close for support. The family of wolves wanders out into the red rock of the canyon and, eventually, disappears in the distance. That marks the end of the request. Report back to the person who made the request to fill them in. More moles. As I was saying, when you get the extermination requests that say this floor has been overrun with this monster type, it has literally been overrun with that monster type. There are no other monsters on the floor right now.
Good luck.
Oh, sweet, they're both leg bound.
Let's finish it.
That's 7. You sense that the mole presence on floor 7 is starting to diminish. Keep up the pace to complete the request. Continue searching for moles on this floor and defeat them all.
Did something just...
You've collected what you were sent to find. All that remains is to deliver it to the requester to complete the quest. There we are. Now we head back the way we came, take the shortcut into the left side of the map, and then get the other treasure chest without pushing down a single boulder. This one's tough, we don't have the double attacks.
Good luck.
Yes, light bind.
That must suck.
Yay!
That was child's play.
That's 10 moles.
Sweet!
Actually, are there any other skill points I forgot to assign? 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Ah, and this will make 12. Oh, the leg bind did not take. You've defeated so many moles that Floor 7 is starting to return to normal. Before you can enjoy your relief, however, you become aware of a powerful presence. Put up your guard, unsure where it's coming from. Suddenly the ground opens up and a huge mole jumps out. This must be the main mole, and it seems pissed that you've messed with its holes. There's no avoiding this fight. You steel your resolve and ready yourself for man versus mole. Don't even get to heal. That should be A-okay. Chain freeze.
Let's keep going.
Double attack. Blow, blow. Hunter shot. Aegis prayer. Ice cycle lance.
Go to hell.
Are you ready for this?
I'll help you. I'll destroy you.
No leg bind. No leg bind.
Later.
But it goes last too. And no proc. Ah well. Everybody defend. Not too bad. Oh yeah, that was most of its health. Now I'll let Lowell keep healing. Because target arrow, while it does cause Lowell to attack that enemy, it also prevents... That's Lowell's action. Like, Lowell will by default spend its action using lick wounds. But if you use target arrow, it will instead use its action to attack. So, trade-offs. Not really an issue with Hound, because Hound is just going to attack anyways, so target arrows just fine and dandy.
There. Burn in hell.
Leg bind.
Let's keep it going.
You successfully stop the mole leader and sheathe your weapons after battle. Or report back to the tavern with your head held high to complete the request. Alright, so Lari's maxed that. We have brute strength. This is good. Brushing 1 should be fine given just how infrequently Lowell gets hit. Animal therapy would be very nice to have more points in. But as would, you know, getting Hunter shot to 5, target arrow to 5, and aid command up to like 4. Or even Hound to 5 at this point, given how much TP Alari has. But animal therapy I will invest in. So I do believe that covers all of our quests. Yeah, the big bad beast, we've sorted, Jana's true feelings, yep. So all that's left is to get that treasure chest and head back to rest. Alright, actually. Chain shock. Yeah, sure, it's not weak to Volt, but look at how many targets lightning can hit.
Take that! Ha! Good luck! Sit! Over here!
Do we need to use skills?
Let's
Maybe
finish
we
it.
did.
Ha! Let's keep it going!
Alright, so for turn-in, I have like... I have two philosophies for quest turning, because the XP we get from handing in a request or a mission is only applied to the active party and not to the guilds, so Memory Conch is not gonna... At least I don't think Memory Conch works for that. So who I have in the party during turning matters. And so my two philosophies on that is either I have a party that did the request, that did the mission, hands it in, and gets the XP. Because they completed the job, so they get the rewards, they get paid. On the other hand, it's get the people with the lowest levels and use that as a way to boost them closer to the others' levels so that they stay on par. As you can see, our Gaffy just does not care. Amrita? Oh my, yes. Oh, we should get the other chop point too before heading back. Motherfucker. Alright, cool. Couldn't do much anyways. That's good to see.
Last one.
I think if we just normal attack,
Oh, it's over
no need to
already?
use TP.
Well then,
Thick sap, sturdy branch,
is there more?
or sturdy branch. Cool. Oh yeah, and then the path back to the... from floor 7 to home. There we are. Exact same combat encounter.
Do I have syncing up?
So because I really just don't want to deal with this,
Let's go! I'll lend a hand.
I'm just gonna double attack one, take it out of the picture.
Are you ready for this?
I'll help
There
you.
we are, looking better already.
Down to you.
Yeah, that 2 TP increase,
Take that.
it's like a 66% increase in cost is really showing. 3 TP, it really didn't really run out to get low at all. Now at 5. Oof. And 2 TP cost isn't that big, and 5 is still relatively cheap, but oh gosh, the increase from 3 though. I'll get these take points too. How's our 44 out of 60? They run out of space at the second take point, but we can get this one at least.
Hey, nice.
Is there more?
By the way, I just want to... Harwin should have... Yeah, he does have memory conch. Good, good. Also, something else novel. I just realized this is a 3 male, 2 female party. Ofertus is male, Harwin's male, Alari's female, Argeffi's male, and Alyssa's female. Huh. I don't think that's never happened to me before, but it is rare. Quite rare. Alright. Nah, I don't think we'll make use of a campfire. 3 are going back to town pretty soon. Yeah, we're running a bit low on TP, but I think we still have enough to make it. Only be 1 or 2 more fights after all. Or should be 1 or 2 more fights.
I wonder what I'll find.
Hey, nice.
Is there more?
I'd also like to take the fishing point, but we'll get that on our way back up. Just to be sure we have a fish for the Forest Hen. Oh, I think we do already have a fish for the Forest Hen, but again, to be sure.
Now isn't this a pain?
Welcome. What are you selling?
Check out my new wares.
Spring shoes. Hedge plus 5. Oh, it needs writhing root. Yes, I mean, Referral is going ahead of the monsters now. Wasn't always the case, of course, but he is now. So I'd say he does kind of need it, but that could put him in front of others. And I'd kind of like him to go... Would I like him to go last, actually? I'm used to him going last. Within the party's own order.
What'll it be? Pleasure doing business.
I'll let that be for now.
Hiya.
Oh, those must be the things I asked for. I'm impressed you got them all so quickly. What are we going to make with this stuff, huh? 1 sec. Ta-da! This is the present that'll win over the heart of my guest. Okay then, no time like the present. I'll calm down and give it to him. Oh, Mr. Frederick! Here he comes, my beloved Frederick. Excuse me, Mr. Frederick. Please accept this token of my feelings for you. And if it's alright with you, would you please live with me at my inn forever? I can't believe you actually said it. So, what do you say, Mr. Frederick? Yeah. He said yes! Yay! We're a family now, Mr. Frederick.
Yes?
Yes? What do you mean? Where's that smart and handsome guest? He's right here, silly. But he's a cat? Of course he is. Anyone can tell Friedrich's friends at the free line. Human customers aren't my only guests. I let stray cats wander into our inn too. The only difference is that I don't ask for any payment from kitties. Oh, but I do feed them. Oh, what's with that look you're giving me? Wait, you want to know what the present was all about? Mr. Frederick's eating it right now. Yeah. That's right, it's dry cat food. We grind forest meat into a paste, add some meat, and then I cook it over a fire. Every kitty that eats my special recipe ends up staying at Etrian forever. I've won the hearts of over 20 cats that way. Hey, why the long face? Look, you just got sent on a wild goose chase. This was more of a wild cat chase, huh? I'll leave you with an old Etrian proverb. A cat has 9 lives, for 3 he plays, for 3 he strays, and for the last 3 he stays. I hope Frederick stays for 9.
Thank you for your patronage. Have a nice nap. Have a nice
Yep.
day.
That's Janetta for you.
Welcome.
There you are. Did you take care of that rotten mongrel? I mean, technically we got rid of the wolf, but now we saved it. What the why? I didn't ask you to save the little monster. That about ruined my grand plan. They just let me capture it. I could have sold it for millions. You ruined everything. I won't let you get away with this. You haven't seen the last of me.
What'll it be? We're counting on you.
Somehow I suspect it's the last of him we've seen.
Welcome. What will you do?
Alright, who's the level? Got 17s now. Oh, there's a 16. There's a 10. 17, 12, 22, 16, 20, 21. Yeah, looks like 16's the second, or rather third lowest. So then the rain. And Dentia. Which leaves us space for one more. Probably Sesteri. Any other 17s? Vabema. I've never been a huge fan of the recoil damage on Thunder Fist and that whole line of pugilist skills. Hi, Nerva. Maybe I should get used to it this time. Because I know that Thunder Fist, that basic skill, that one of the first skills pugilists can learn, can hit the damage cap in this game. Oh, it can hit the damage cap. And I still pronounce it every time, too. Oh, there's a Rastia, too. So it's like at least 3 17s I can pick from. You know, Rastia, she's our only Harbinger, and I want to see Harbingers doing well.
Welcome. Thank you.
Sark says you finished the job. Good work. Just so you know, the regulars here sing Sark's praises to the treetop. He makes the finest equipment that Intel can buy. Lots of brown here skill with their hands, but Sark takes his craft to a new stratum. It's even more impressive when you consider how young he is. It's a story, anyway.
Which will it be? Thank you.
I wouldn't have shut up about what you did. Well done. I know you didn't quite do what was asked of you, but you did what you thought was right, no? And you made the right choice, better than being left with regret.
Well, then.
Don't worry about that guy and all his talk about making you pay. I'd never let anyone do that to you without good reason. You don't get to run a tavern without learning to deal with irate customers. Well, here's your reward. This one's on me. That loudmouth took back the original one. It's not much, but I just want you to know there's no hard
Well
feelings.
done.
Here you go. Yeah, good job out there. Ah. Lower than this reward, but we did get something. Thank you, Mirna. Nectar times 4. So, you finished Mayor's request. Well done. Still, I never would have guessed that this guest she was fawning over was a cat. When I heard about this Frederick, I couldn't help but do a double take. She truly is a character, that Janetta. Regardless, I was happy to see you successfully complete your request. Time for your reward. Here you go. Good job as always, and thank you.
Which will it be?
Holy moly! Welcome back. You must be exhausted from fronting so many nasty moles. How are you doing? You're already rested. It was nothing. So much get up and go. I wish I had even a fraction of your energy. I'm sure the council will be thrilled with the results. You're a big help.
Here's your reward.
Well, here's your reward. Thanks for lending a hand. Yes, she really is a character. Oh my. Oh my. I'm really not sure how to build Naomi right now. Oh, damn it. Oh, you. After stream, I've got a new role to give you on Discord. And the world is a better place for it, Alyssa. Actually, no, screw it. I'll give it to you right now. Actually, I have to make it first. There, it's been added. Yeah. And why I'm so unsure about how to build Naomi right now is because there's not many ways to build a warlock early on, given you want to have all the elements. Like, if I could... Wefertis, W-E-F-E-R-T-I-S. Yeah, I see my own names often enough to memorize them, at least when I'm actually playing the game. Yeah, I could go the champ route. Or even the magic sheet. That's actually a good call.
Nice. Nice. Looking good.
I will say
Nice.
one point to each of these, otherwise she has no way to really attack from the back effectively.
Nice. Nice.
Gets the basic ones. Or magic shield.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Has it never damaged nullification? Oh, I also have to reorganize the windows. Yeah, there's not enough space in my second monitor to, like, fit all the windows together at the current sizes. So there's a bit of overlapping and layering I gotta do. Like, chat's on the top, and then underneath that is the YouTube tab for stream health. And under that is Discord. And under that is OBS. And no window completely covers the others, so I can still... So even with Discord being on the third layer, I can still read what's in Town Square right now. I can read, like, the most recent, like, 10 or so lines. I can read, like, your last post and my last post, which I guess if someone just made one long post, that might be about 10 lines worth of text. And I can still see the audio feed on OBS at the bottom. Wait a minute. I could use Naomi for a gathering party if I ever kind of make one. So invisibility will be useful. Huh. I guess they'll go for more of like a utilitarian build with utility build. Utilitarian's a bit different.
Nice.
Oh, no skill points. 17, because I never brought Sark out. Ugh. Alright, let's go for the absolute necessities.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Alright, swing.
Okay. 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 A new one. Okay. Okay.
Get Swallow Soar up to 4.
Okay.
Peerless Demon increased to
Okay. Okay.
5. I keep backing out, but I don't need to. I can just go freaking LNR. Oh, right, Lorraine is the third Warlock. And I can only think of like 2 generic builds. Okay, maybe 3 now. Because if Naomi's not going to be terribly useful in combat, but more so for getting from A to B, that is a third build.
Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it.
I kind of want to get Enchant, but I'm not sure if it's really... I think that's just normal attacks, and not skills. Never really has been in these games. Which makes Enchanted ultimately dubious value, but right now actually that would be good. Because we normal attack a lot right now. Oh, Lunar Grace. That's every time you use a skill, there's a chance to regain a small amount of TP. Like, you get a fraction. You get a fractional refund. There's a chance to get a fractional refund. It helps with a long-term sustain. So obviously, those 3 are necessary, otherwise why is your Warlock even existing?
Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed it. Nailed
Alright, focus chance up. It has a different name on each race, but it's functionally the same. It's Ares Grace, it's the same thing. Lunar Grace, Gaia's Grace. For some characters I have it, other characters I don't. Depends how much TP they use. Alright. With this passive now mastered, Lorraine can be a very powerful force right now. So this means we can actually spend 10 TP to buff up the damage of her spells. Like Focus Chant is now a bonus action instead of an action, thanks to Quick Chant, and because Quick Chant's level 5, only costs 5 more TP instead of 15. Quick Chant's one of those heals I really do not want to use at partial mastery just because, holy fuck, 15 TP. Yeah, Wide Swing I'd say is a good one, because it only uses themselves, and it's an all-target attack. Like, it's really nice to have.
I've learned it. I've learned it. I've learned it. I've learned it. I've learned it.
Strength. I mean, there's more that would make sense for a rover, but for now I'm just gonna leave it with that.
I've learned it.
Point into that, and that,
I've learned it.
and that, and now we invest 4 points into Hawk.
I've learned it. Not bad. Not bad. I've learned it.
Yeah, Ares Grace is the same thing as Lunar Grace. May restore a small amount of TP when using a base skill in battle. So, anytime you use a skill, there's a chance to get a fractional refund of the TP cost. No, 1 or 2 TP. Adds up over time.
I've learned it. I've learned it.
Ooh, Wing Thrash will actually be really
I've
good.
learned it. I've learned it. I've learned it.
Yes, with more air. Yeah, let's go for animal therapy.
I've learned it. I've learned it.
Interesting. Oh, hello.
Mastered it. Mastered it.
Now you've really mastered it. Now, I did look up what Miasma Armor actually does, and that act speed up isn't just for the casting speed of this, but having it active does actually increase her overall act speed. Which is great, so I will get Miasma Armor mastered.
We're counting
That's
on you.
all 5.
Welcome.
I never registered the new party, did I? Well,
What will you do?
and then... Yeah, Lorraine may actually make it into the main party at this rate, because even Wofertus will ultimately learn the chant skills, it's just that she's learned them sooner rather than later. Gonna burn through her TP like hell though, but, well, should kill things faster. And again, Wofertus does still have... It was like 2 levels up on Lorraine. No, 4 levels. Still not a huge gap. Until I make another fencer of the same chaining specialty. Yes, you are inevitable. You are endless. You are all-consuming. Gosh damn it, Swimp. Post worth at least 10 lines or less. That's all I can see in Discord.
Very well then.
Gosh dang it, Nerva. God damn it again, Nerva. Steering and ignoring. We'll give enemies pause. I don't think we have any skill points in the main party. Yeah. Alright. We'll go with the main party.
Good luck to you all.
Welcome! Do you
Okay,
want
so we're arrested. We've talked to everybody in town.
Have a nice day!
Oh, right, item stuff. I think we've gotten some.
Welcome!
Carry 2 of each just to save on space. Should I carry around a Soma? Maybe I should. Hello there, Resin Taj. I do not have any Soma in here, so I will carry that around.
Have a nice day!
Welcome.
I think, yeah, only Zema uses Resin Tahaj, but hey, we got a free one and I never bought her one either. Fantastic.
Anything else?
Wait, then what does Resin Tahaj use? Thick Sap. Probably didn't have much. Or I didn't think it was worth the end cost for that small of an increase. Either way. We can get some new gear. Oh, hey, it's... Ooh, feline ear and broken wing. You know, the wisdom earring is probably also hurting Wafertus' survival. Like, he tends to get hit for like 60% of his health or something. If I replace that with, like, turkey clasp or some pudding gloves, that he should be doing a lot better. But then he'll hit less hard. Yeah, from... It's +8 to his int. And a 15 to TP too as well. It's like I have to balance out the resources we've sold them along with the end we've gotten in return, so Oh hey, I can give him light armor too. As if Harwin wasn't beefy enough already, but I'll leave him with cloth. Alright, we can make like 5 of these, assuming we don't make a weapon out of the rodent stuff. Ooh, Plasma Fist. Oh, but it's like 1 above Sentetsu, so it might not be worth it, but maybe it is. Oh, and the Hepalate, we actually have a lot more materials for that now. Yeah, so aside from the sturdy branch with the Herculean staff, I think we can upgrade most people's, what, like 3 weapons. And 3 body armors as well.
Deal. You wanna equip it here? You wanna equip it here?
Yeah, I think you... Despite you enjoying strategy games, you seem to be awfully bad at planning.
What are you selling?
Despite me planning an awful lot, I get why I don't like strategy games. Because there's too much to plan. It's like, I want to calculate all the options I have, but in the strategy games there's like a lot to keep track of simultaneously, and it's just, no, I can't split my personality that far. Ah, my head. It's probably part of it. Another part would be I didn't grow up with strategy games, so I'm not used to them. That is part of it. Because I definitely don't dislike strategy games. Now, I'm glad we did all the grinding, because we have 12k intel, and that's kind of a good amount right now. But as you can see, at like 1k per item, we could blow that awfully fast, but still. Now, what's the draft upper? Oh, it's TP up. Versus luck up.
Deal.
Yeah. Doesn't have a lie. And Plasma Fist.
You wanna equip it here?
It's gonna be slower now, isn't he?
Anything else? Leave it to me.
Hold on to some Tetsu then.
It's a success. Good. It's a success.
You know, despite you having such a rough time, you really enjoyed playing the second Untold on Expert, which I was surprised at. Truthfully, deep down, I was impressed with you. Yeah, when it's turn-based, you can like spend all the time you need to calculate out your moves. Oh yeah, Fire Emblem's fun. I have like... Frick, how many Fire Emblem games do I have? I've only really played through, is it Fates? I don't know, it's one of the big ones on the DS. Yeah, you had less trouble than I did in my first EO. But then again, I think the main reason I had so much trouble in my first game is because the healing class was called Monk, and I was not exposed to the trope of monks also being healers. I thought they just punched things. So yeah, not having healing for 2/3 of the game was rough. I mean, I did it, but it was rough. Meanwhile, in the second Untold, the healing class is called Medic.
Job well done. Yes, job well done. Yes, job well done. Yes, job well done.
We have a lot of turkey feathers, so I can get them all to +5.
Well done. Yes, job 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 well done.
Yeah, I think it was Awakening that I played on the DS. Before then, my exposure to Fire Emblem was, I think it was Radiant Dawn for the Wii, which is still a pretty rough time. Beyond that, it was Super Smash Brothers, because we had Roy and Marth. Like, of course I knew about Fire Emblem. They're the two guys in Smash that have swords, besides Link. There's that. And then after Awakening, there was... I want to say Fates? Because back when I actually had some money, had some financial substance, I did buy a bunch of DS games. And 2 of them were Fire Emblem games that I have not even opened up out of their plastic wrap yet, actually. And then Nerva got me Fire Emblem 3 Houses for my birthday a couple of years ago, which I still haven't put more than a couple hours into, unfortunately. Just because my PC is like right here, where I sleep and eat and work. So I'm just naturally drawn to it. And like my Switch, it's plugged into the wall on the other side of the room. I have to get up. Meanwhile, my DS is right here, and it's small. It fits in the palm of my hand, and its battery lasts 8 hours instead of 3. So yeah, I still want to play Three Houses, but only time will tell when I actually devote myself to it.
Leave it to me. Anything else?
Actually, I'm gonna look up what games I had, 'cause I think I have a rough idea of what their names were. You can probably find them in Google search. Oh, hey, Schliff. Long time no see. Actually, has it been that long? Yeah, I mean, just like initially, the first couple of hours in Three Houses, I really do enjoy. Like, I did not dislike that game at all. I just get so absorbed in this whole rig I have right here. Actually, there's another... Right, there's actually a fourth Fire Emblem game that I played. That one I did play through to completion. I'm trying to remember what the name was, though. I have no idea if you can. Yeah, it has felt like a while. Anywho, we started discussing a bit of Fire Emblem games just now, so I'm off on my second monitor to try and look up what the actual games I have without looking at my library. Because that requires getting up and going to the other side of the room and turning the light on. Let's see, I think it was... Oh, okay.
Come one, come all. Step right up. Don't be shy. I got the best deals in
Yeah,
town.
wicked. Thank you, Alyssa. That's the 3 that I have. Because I just got Fates. I'm like, yeah, I think I bought Conquest, so that's still in its plastic wrap. And I have Awakening, which should be... Yeah, if this is the one where you get to have your own self-insert character, then yes. Oh hey, there's Radiant Dawn. That's the one I have for the Wii, and that's, I think, the first actual Fire Emblem game that I ever got. I think. Yeah. Yeah, it should be Awakening then. I did play through all of Awakening, and I also played through Echoes, which was also quite fun. I stopped in the post-game because I didn't quite see the point of grinding that out, but yeah, I did play through all the story and got to the post-game content. Yeah. Again, I still do have to play Conquest at some point, because that is still in the plastic wrap, but yeah. Other than that, Nerva then got me Three Houses, which at some point I will get to.
Come one, come all. Step right up. Don't be shy. I got the best deals in town. Pleasure doing business.
So that's my exposure to Fire Emblem. I mean, then there's Super Smash Bros. Because I played Melee as a kid, and I don't know where the disc is for Melee. I have the box for Melee, but when I open it up, there's no disc inside. So where's the disc? Yeah, those DS games are real fun. Alright, floor 7, because we have finished. Floor 7. Oh, and I'll save now, in case I actually did something.
Welcome! Do you want to save? Have a nice day!
Alright. We could go pick some apples. How are we on food stock? 56, let's not go pick apples. Should go pick some wheat, though. How many eggs do we have? 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9 eggs. It's fine. This is fine. That's a lot of forest honey. Well, I know where most of the food storage is taken up by. It's freaking forest honey and eggs. I better keep running out of space. Onwards. Upwards and onwards.
Did something just...
Yes, I think something did just. As you traverse through the mountain pass, you spot a familiar figure resting ahead and call to them.
Hey!
Oh, hey, Etrian. Didn't think I'd see you here. And again, you are adventurers, after all. I'm here peddling my goods to adventurers exploring the labyrinth. You know, to increase my customers. Want to buy something? Actually, I'll tell you what. Since Faye brought you my way, I'll give you a discount. Damn, man, Amrita is expensive, but also this is the only way we can get it this early on. So Amrita times 3, be 1,000 yen, that okay? I mean, thanks to me grinding so much, 1,000 yen's fine. Nectar, we've got some... Yeah, we got spare back at the end. Analysis scope should be fine. All good? If so, I'm gonna head back to my shop. Tom, you're good to go. Well then, I'm off. You guys stay safe. Does that mean he's actually cleared the first... He's beaten the golem in the first stratum? Because I somehow doubt that. Which begs the question how the hell he got here. Or how they've let him get here. Maybe he was in a party that brought him up that far. Because once you hit the geomagnetic pole, you can just kind of go between that and the labyrinth. I don't know, this game has plot holes. Like, the series as a whole tends to do minimalistic storytelling, though they try to flesh things out more, starting with 4. But, like, 5, and only 5, just has some glaring plot holes in it. Eh. Wait, that's not space.
What is that?
Ooh, foraging already. Not really. I'd say, especially in the first 3 games, thinking about it actually does help. Like, in the first game especially, thinking about it really brings home Emphasis. 3, you could think about it, spend a lot of time thinking about it, and never get an answer. 2, had more of a overt bad guy. Like, 4 though, yeah, from 4 on when they tried to be less minimalistic, things start to slip in quality. And yeah, we aren't really here for the plot, so it's not like a deal breaker, but it is something I hope doesn't get worse with time, but so far it kinda has been. Oh, there's a couple of big holes, at least to me. Yeah, I'd say it doesn't so much feel like there's inconsistencies with what they're saying. Like, the dialogue-wise, it's fine, but, like, actions, though, like, here with Cyric, like, if you have to beat the Amalgam on the 5th floor in order to access the 2nd stratum, and it's implied, if not stated, that everybody has to do that, then how the heck does Cyric get here? Like, then either he's beaten the Amalgam, or he got help to beat the Amalgam, or he just never beat the Amalgam and they completely dropped that whole plot point. Although, it's also the fact of our own guild, because not everybody in our guild has actually beaten the Amalgam. Like, for example, Lorraine has not beaten the Amalgam. And yet she can come up here to the 2nd stratum because she's with us in the guild. I suppose that's a workaround then. Yeah, Cyric... yeah, alright. I guess I didn't think about it as much. I mean, Cyric probably got a party or another guild to get him to the geomagnetic pole, then from there, he's been up. Wait, are Geffy's identifying it this time instead of Alyssa? Maybe you're not so inevitable after all. As inevitable as these typos. Later on, though, there is some... hello. Ow. Alright, arms down. I forgot to look for shortcuts. Okay. Doing better. As soon as you've grown accustomed to being surrounded by rock pillars, you enter an open area. Large footprints and collapsed pillars suggest something massive was here. You look around, and as you do, you hear heavy footsteps echo from deeper within. From behind the rock emerges an enormous monster, the likes of which you've never seen. Its every step shakes the ground from the crushing weight of its gigantic body. Before you go any further, you should head back to the council and tell them about this dreadful monster. And that is a story block. Get all psyched up to start the next floor, and then it's just go back to council. Go back to start, do not collect $100. And TP's doing fine.
What is that?
Steppy.
Welcome.
Yep, that's its name from now on.
Leave it to me.
Also, I was keeping some Tetsu because the Agi up's pretty big, but also I'm not really going to go back to lower attack value, so never mind.
It's a success. Leave it to me. Pleasure doing business. Hello.
Ah, Etherguild. How goes the adventuring? What's that? You found a ferocious monster in the second stratum. So you saw it too, then. This is troubling. We've heard similar reports from others exploring the second stratum. I'm told it's an impossibly huge elephant whose footsteps shake the very earth. I hoped perhaps it was just exaggeration, but coming from you, I know it must be true. The Council can't ignore this. I'd like you to handle this matter as an official mission.
You'll accept this?
A hulking elephant known as the Primordial has been spotted on the second stratum. Investigate the area and find a safe route to the next floor. As always, your assistance is much appreciated, Etherguild. So, about this giant elephant situation. I actually think I know what it could be. 4 tusked giant elephants called Primordial are said to have once walked in far west, in Kinmaria. It seems their size lent itself to military use. Hordes of them would shake the earth with their charging whenever a war broke out. That said, having a Primordial on the loose in Yggdrasil is quite dangerous for
I'd like you
adventurers.
to investigate where the Primordial's been spotted, and see if there isn't a way to avoid it. What would you like to do? I expect great things from you.
Partially voiced game, everyone.
Welcome! Do you want to save? How can I be of service? Have a nice day!
Alright, and to touch back, way back upon the whole Nerva being kind of bad at these games because you don't plan. Again, if you want party advice, I am totally open to discussing all the nuances of how classes interact and what they do. Although, if it's an older game, I gotta get my memory jogged. As in, I probably will just be like, yeah, I remember that's generally what the classes are used for, and then if you want specific skill builds, I'm gonna have to crack open the wiki. Or the game itself, either one. But yeah, I'm totally up for that. Because I enjoy talking about these games as much as I do playing them. Well, now, okay. Boop. And will it fit? And again, I offer that, I extend that offer to anyone and everyone. That means you, Alyssa, that means you, Schliff, if you ever decide to pick this up, that means anybody else who's lurking here. Or even if you put it in the comments of the stream after it's ended. I mean, I won't get to... Because of how YouTube is real sluggish with the notifications, I might not get to it until a couple of days later, but, you know, I'll get to it. You venture once more to where the Primordial prowls. Did I spell that right? Yes. Unless I missed an R. Nope. A cursory look around suggests the behemoth must be deeper within. Your goal is to avoid the promote event and find a way to progress farther in the labyrinth. You decide to remain cautious as you proceed ahead. So big-ass open rooms like this are a pain to map, because how fucking far away are these tiles? Yes, hello possible future commentators. Alright, as is often the explorer's instinct, from the wall, but be unable to come back. Ooh, hello, we haven't seen these yet until now. One-way passages. In case you get hopelessly stuck, they put these here. Well, that's normally what they're used for, but also they're used for like really tricky and cheeky maze design, where it's like, yeah, you just have to go in blind, and you can't turn back anymore. Haha. Better hope we're not dicks to you. Anyway. Okay, so what we need to do, as is my want, as is my impulse, is to ensure that we know the layout of the room first. Get that mapped out and avoid possible dangers as well as possible story blocks before advancing further. The story blocks aren't as big of a thing, it's just, you know, from JRPGs where it's like, oh no, if you hit this story beat, you can't go back. And that doesn't really happen in Etrian Odyssey. I don't think that's ever happened in Etrian Odyssey, but like, I still kind of treat it like it does, even though it doesn't. His thing, okay? Now then, if there is one-way passage, it should be around here. It's not here. Freaking squirrels. Forest fish, huzzah! Just to kind of emphasize how deadly this thing is, there's no monsters in this big-ass room. Which means either it has some ranged attacks, or it moves very fast, since it's not patrolling right now. If monsters don't even dare come in. If it really keep me from going back to town. I'm trying to think about that. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's actually like... I mean, it's a bit loose, but there might be like 3 events like that. One was a quest, though. So in the first game, there, and as well as in Untold, there was one request in the second stratum where he's like, yeah, I want you to survive in the labyrinth for 10 days straight on this specific floor. And the floor has a healing point there, so you can just keep your party up and running, but like, you run out of inventory space so fast. It's 10 days, man. It's 10 days. By the end of day 1, we've got full backpacks. Then you just kind of have to go to the healing spot where there are no monsters and just do the little jig, the square dance, for 9 days. And then there was the second game. So in the second game, in the tutorial, that's, well, if you can call it a tutorial. So, you know, in most games, yeah, I think they made it shorter in Untold. I know it was longer. It was longer than the original. I remember that much. In fact, there was a quest in the original that did not come back to Untold, which was you had to kill a cutter, that foe, the bear foe, solo. You had to send out a solo adventure in the first game to go kill a foe. That was a quest. Yeah, that was a thing. Ah, cool. I only went through story mode once in that game. It will eventually be twice, but classic mode comes first.
Huh?
Yeah, so you know the first mission you'll always get in these games is to go map like a good chunk of the first floor. In the second game, they just throw you into the first, like, literally, it's just you enter the labyrinth with the mission active, and a guard's just like, hey, let me just take you to the starting point. And he leads you, blindfolded, deep into the first floor, and then just leaves you there. And it's like, yep, I'll see you back at the entrance, if you make it. And then, if you get back to the entrance, he then checks your map, and he won't let you go back to town until you've actually mapped it properly. So, yeah. Can't go back to town. And that's just your very first outing into the labyrinth. Like, yep. Sink or swim. I mean, that was like my third game at that point, so it wasn't that huge of a deal, but still, that's quite the way to start. As you make your way through the labyrinth, you catch a glimpse of giant shadows roaming the grassy area beyond the rocks. Instinctively, you reach toward your weapon, but as you take a closer look, you realize there's a docile species of humped cattle. Cattle are always on the move, searching for more of the meager grass that grows in this rocky terrain. You also notice some of the cattle mothering calves. If you can manage not to startle them, you might be able to collect some milk for yourself. Milk. Gonna assume this is repeatable. Since Harwin excels at animal care, they slowly and calmly approach the herd. While the cattle continue to munch on grass, Harwin effortlessly gathers fresh milk in a leather pouch. Milk. I'm gonna put the amount we got just in case this is actually a one-off. Fudger. It's like, I don't want to get rid of the forest. Actually, we can get rid of the forest honey, can't we? We don't have anything that can really make use of forest honey aside from the revive whole thing. You put away the milk and turn to pet one of the creatures in thanks, but the herd's already begun to move off before he can. You watch the cattle you obtained milk from amble away, no doubt in search of more grass. You have silent thanks for the find, continue on your way. It's a one-off. Discovered a herd of cattle and successfully managed to get some milk from them. I feel like in one of these little rooms we're going to find the hen. I remember how to do this. Okay, I'm just gonna guess chain flame here. Oh, I didn't let the hound out. Now we require your aid.
Good luck!
Disappear.
Yay! Yay! Slow health. Ooh, get the conditional right out the gate. Fantissimo. And I'll just correct it later. Yeah. It was on point. Now my memory of this room is already coming back, so this is partly observation, partly just me recalling what this room looks like. Yeah, it's memorable for a reason. Is there another... should be another room around here, at least I think. Yep. Another room. Well, it should be mirrored, so maybe like another 4 tiles. No, it should be like that, I think. No, wait. Like so. Oh, and there's yet more hazards to deal with. Wonderful. As you make your way across the treacherous road, the sound of wild birds squawking reaches your ears. When you stop to look around, you spot a wild bird with a thick wattle standing in the shade of a rocky area. If you can manage to catch it, you might be able to use it as an ingredient in your cooking. It'll take someone skilled in hunting to capture a cautious wild bird, though. Alaria steps forward, confidence spread across their face. You know what, we'll throw out the honey, or rather, let's leave it be. Decide against wasting time with the bird, instead continue on your way. Oh, good. Saying no doesn't mean it's gone forever. Should I use egg in a basket? Alright. And then honey. Ooh, 5 TP. Do you see how much honey we have? Do you see how much honey we have? This is why we have no space. Hey, that's better. That's better. Actually, with the recipes being key items... Yes, small bottle used for making honeyed fruit. It's small and it's easy to carry around. Moon apple, forest berries, forest honey. Where do we get forest berries again? Yeah, the storage jar is what we have for using honey. Except because we have only one jar, we can only have one honeyed fruit. I mean, it revives the dead with full HP, so that's fantastic. But we can only have one. There can be only one. Yeah, we don't need that much honey. In fact, I might even let the stock go down to 3 or something, maybe even 2. No, maybe 5. That way we have 1 for... 3. 3. 3's good. It could be 5, 1 for everyone in the party, but if everyone's dead, that's a game over. So never mind. 3 it is. You return to the rocky area where the wild bird with the thick wattle roams. If you can manage to catch it, you might be able to use it as an ingredient in your cooking. A thick wattle. Waddle a noun or something? Not waddle is a way of walking. Yeah, there's no other definitions of it. What the heck? A thick walk. If you can manage to catch it, you might be able to use it as an ingredient in your cooking. Take someone's and Alari steps forward and hunt the bird. Alari masks the presence and soundlessly uses a large knife to slay the wild bird in one strike. Despite its size, Alari is able to quickly field dress the bird. In mere moments, what was once a wild bird is now chunks of meat ready to be cooked. You put them with your other ingredients. Meat times 4. Alright, just like the other ones, hunting spot. After finding a wild bird, you used your hunting skills to successfully obtain meat for cooking. And Alyssa is now 23. Oh, that's not the deep, dark abyss. There we go. So either there is an entry point here, or there's an entry point somewhere on the other sides. Nope, not there. I'll check around here then. Nope, okay. Let's assign that skill point into chain boost. Again. I could honestly invest in some of the other stuff like blessing and resuscitate and sorting skill, but I'll wait till a certain other.
What is that?
Wait till later. Is this the right way? Okay, do I go through the straight first or down below? Ah, it's in rendering distance. Fantastic. Yep, okay. Upon seeing your presence, the Primordial Event re-emerges. Standing before it fills you with dread. You are no match for it at the moment. Throw the monster off your track by using the surrounding area's topography and reach the next floor. As you take a step, the Primordial Event closes the distance between you and it. It appears a Primordial Event can take 2 steps for every one of yours. Continue along a straight line, the Primordial Event will eventually catch up to you. There must be some way to prevent that. You need to make your next move with that in mind. It also takes a turn to turn. As you try to get away from the Primordial Event, you notice it stops before turning toward you. Since the Primordial Event is so huge, it needs time to change directions. With that in mind, you need to evade the Primordial Event's pursuit and make your way to the next floor. Alright, let's, Yep, we can't see it, but it's back there. Oh, what's back there? You successfully avoid the Primordial Event and reach the other side of the pass. You'll be able to make your way deeper into the labyrinth now. should report your findings to the council the next time you're in the city. Hey, shortcut. Yeah, so now you know how to dupe the Primordiphant. Took me a couple of tries to really nail that. It is 2307, so I think we aren't really exhausted. I don't think we'll rest at the inn, but I will go back, report, make a save, and call it a night. Yes. From here on, we can auto-walk. This is exactly why I set up these auto paths. I forget when I started to make paths from staircase to staircase, but when I did, it's been real nice to have that. I do forget if I want them to go deeper in or to head towards the entrance, but eh. Because I know definitely in games before the Untolds, when they added stair warping, you of course could only go in at either the first floor or a geomagnetic pole, so you had to walk to the floor you're on, going through all the previous floors, but with the shortcuts, of course. So you can see the auto pathing would really cut down on that. Alright. Right, you are, yes, Chain Freeze, Low Blow, Hunter Shot, Aegis Prayer, and Icicle Lance.
Good luck.
Leg Bind, double Leg Bind. I can't do anything.
That was child's play.
There we go. Hold on. Actually, hold up. There we go.
What's that?
It's here. You can rest a bit. Yay! Nearly full TP.
Welcome. What are you selling? You got check out my new wares. What are you selling?
Ooh, Jono.
What'll it be?
Where's Bound Hoof, of course. Panic Assault. Ooh. Okay. Not sure. No, actually should be useful. Because while fencers may not specialize in ailment infliction, Earthlings as a race are pretty good at it.
Pleasure doing business.
Interesting. I didn't think leaving it in a leather pouch would do this. Makes sense that a race of travelers like the Brownie would discover this method, though, and pass it down over generations.
What's the matter?
Oh, Ithergild, what brings you by? You heard the story of the Brownie traveling merchant. The Brownie merchant crossed the desert with milk in a leather pouch. After a few hours, went to quench his thirst and found the milk had turned from a liquid to a thick solid. Curious, he licked it and discovered it was quite delicious. Ever since, the Brownie have been trying to perfect it. The end result is this honey yogurt. Just leave milk in a special pouch for a while, then mix in some olive oil and honey. It's even better if you warm it up a little.
Try some.
I'd like you to try some. I think it'd make a great snack to recharge from whenever you get exhausted during your adventures. Here, take this other pouch. That way you can make some during your travels. I think now we have a use for honey, after we got rid of so much of it. Although we should have the beehive back at Janetta's inn, so we should get more honey over time. Actually, do we have olives? No, I think we used all the olives. Yeah, milk, olives, forest, honey. Okay. It's like we gotta talk to Martin the farmer for a bit.
I expect great things from you.
Let's check if he's in town. Nope, it's the hunter.
What'll it be? Come again.
Thank you for coming. We are in your debt.
Thank you, Etrian. I knew you'd be able to handle this matter. So, if I understand correctly, you can progress further along Yggdrasil by strategically avoiding the Primordial. That means exploration can continue. In recognition of your work, the Council and I would like to present you this reward. Yay, level ups!
However...
Old records continue to give us an idea of just how dangerous the Primordial is, though. At least for now we can avoid it, but hopefully capable adventurers such as yourselves will come along and eliminate the danger altogether.
What would you like to do? I expect great things from you.
Who leveled up? Argeffy? Alright. I mean, we got the infliction rates up, so... Oh, gathering skill, actually. Didn't have that. Laurie will be animal therapy.
Sweet.
Prayer mastery. And light roll. Okay, so now goes from 7 to 12, which is going to be big cost-wise. I guess at this point I'd want to put points into chant and quick chant. I could delay it though by putting points into anatomy, lunar grace, and other stuff. Oh well.
Welcome! Do you want to save?
Yep. Alright, with that, let's call it a night. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night. Fare thee well. Also, welcome back, Schliff. And nice seeing ya. Stopping by your old man's place, Nerva.